So, one of the beauties of content creating, and those of you who are content creators in any capacity can identify, is that sometimes you create something and then technology does not cooperate, and somehow what you have created dissipates into nothingness, and you are left to redo what you have done. And here I stand before you today, having just talked to you, and you'll never see that. So, this is me the second time. So, all that to say, thank you so much for supporting the show. Let's talk about something that I learned this week. This is actually the second week in a row, I realized, so we'll get back to direct Hearthstone stuff. But I learned something this past week from another game that I was playing that I realized as I'm playing Hearthstone this week, I do all the time in Hearthstone. So I have to tell the story because, story time. So I'm playing this game called HQ. Many of you might know about it. It's a mobile game on your phone. It's a live game show. Little known fact, I love trivia. I'm not fantastic at it, but I love trivia games and stuff. So HQ's always been fun to play just kind of whenever I'm around and they're doing a show. So I'm playing it this past week, and the way it's set up is that if you get one question wrong, you're out. You're trying to get 12 questions right in a row in order to get a piece of a grand total pot. I think it was like $1,000 the other night. So I'm playing it and I get to this question, and the way it's set up is they ask a question, then they have three options. So it's multiple choice, and you have to choose the one you think it is. If you get it right, you're still in. If you get it wrong, you're out. And I'm thinking about the question. I can't remember what it is for the life of me, but I started thinking about the deeper game within the game. You hear me? Like, I was thinking, I think they put this question as the first option, or this answer is the first option because it's so obvious, but it'll throw people off. And I bet it's actually this other one. The problem was the one I thought that was throwing people off was what my gut said the right answer was. But because I was kind of in my head as far as the game was concerned, I chose the third option. Can you guess which one was the right one? Yeah, it was option one. And I was pretty disappointed in myself. I've never won the game, so I wasn't completely thrown. But I started thinking about it that, man, that was a bummer that I didn't do what I thought was best because I was so smitten by this deeper level of strategy that probably most people won't get, and that's how I'm going to get to the next level. You see how this goes with Hearthstone? I cannot count the number of games I have played where I will think that I'm being deep and thinking a few turns ahead and, oh, well, what if they have this card, even though I don't have anything that shows me that they do have that card? And I'll do something anticipating something that really isn't there, and end up losing the game and be upset because I had the deeper strategy. I should have known. That wasn't fair that they had what they had. Realizing if I slowed down enough to think about it, that I knew what to do, I just didn't do it. I should have just played the minion because I don't have a board, or I should have just cleared the board because I know that they can't play much because their hand is too small. But because I was so in my head, I wasn't able to see it. So I want to encourage you. It's good to learn deeper strategy. It's good to think turns ahead and all of that. But don't get so far within yourself that you can't see the game for what it is and do the thing you know is the right move. Hearthstone is a very deep game. It's complex. You've got your mulligan phase. You've got every single turn. You've got what did you build the deck with. So there are tons of different decisions that lead you to the place that you're at. So it's never just any one thing, but if you find yourself thinking too deeply about the game, maybe it's time to take one step back and think, is there a simple thing here that I'm missing? Oh yeah, they can contest the board, or actually if I play this, they probably can't respond to it. So let that influence you, think about it. It should be a good thing. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I hope that this is helpful for you. I want to let you know, in case you haven't seen, I'm dropping some tips for you patrons first on the Patreon app. There's this cool thing called Patreon Lens, where it's basically Snapchat, where you get some exclusive stuff. I've been sharing some of the plans for the Patreon, so be sure to download that and check out those updates. spoiler alert for those of you watching this video, not a ton is changing. But I am going to add some new features that are really going to give you some more opportunity, I think, to support the show and to hit your goals within the game even better than before. So thank you so much for supporting the show. Hope you have an amazing day, amazing weekend. Enjoy the brawl, see 'em, or the ladder, or whatever you end up doing. And I'll see you all soon.